police officer has been shot and killed. What we know about this situation so far.
Overnight, the death toll jumped to 5,000 after a powerful earthquake rocked Turkey and Syria. A look at local efforts to help the victim.
And Chicago police find U.S. Postal Service property in a hotel room in the Loop. But who put it there and why? It is Tuesday, February 7th.
Live from Chicago's #1 News, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7. Start streaming now.
Good morning, everybody. Tuesday is here. I'm Terrell Brown.
And I'm Val Warner. This is the 7th day of February, and we are in a really decent week, right, Tracy?
Yeah, I mean, temperature-wise, unless you want cold and unless you want snow, and I know there are some who do, but I'm hearing from a majority of folks who say they're loving what we have. 40 degrees at O'Hare, 46 at Gary, 48 degrees Valparaiso. In Morris, you're at 39, 35 degrees currently in DeKalb. Technically, we have hit our high for the day. When I came into work this morning, I got here, the temperature was 50 degrees, but those temperatures have dropped. What we'll see happen today is the temperatures steady around 40, and we'll talk more about that coming up.
Got a suburban crash. This just happened in Lombard on Highland Avenue, a little bit north of 22nd Street. Be careful in that area. As far as your travel times go, they're pretty much slow. It's averaging 35 to 40 minutes on most of your inbound expressways between the tri-state and downtown. Speaking of the state, that delay is still there. It's because we have this crash northbound at LaGrange Road. They had 2 lanes closed. We can see all of this on-way camera. It is causing a slowdown because they've got police out there blocking a couple of those lanes, and it is slowing things down. Val and Terrell.
Ross, appreciate it. Thank you so much. 13th in Cleveland. We know an officer was shot and killed in Milwaukee earlier on this morning. We've been waiting for an update from police for the last hour or two now. We hear that it's beginning now. Let's listen in.
Efforts of medical personnel, he died of injuries. The suspect, a 19-year-old Milwaukee man, was pronounced deceased at this time. It is unknown if the suspect's injury self-inflicted or from the officer's gunfire. This is a fluid and ongoing investigation. The Milwaukee area investigative team will be investigating this incident. The Brookfield Department will be a lead law enforcement agency in the investigation. A community briefing discussing this incident will be released in the future. Once family notification has been completed, we'll release the name and the photo of the officer. Milwaukee, our hearts are heavy. Milwaukee Police Department hearts are heavy. My heart is heavy. One of our finest who put on that uniform, put on that badge, went into work last night and paid the ultimate sacrifice in our community. Milwaukee, prayers. The men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department, I see you. I am proud of you. The work that you do not go unnoticed. And at this time, our community needs you. This is a time to lean in and do the work that needs to be done in our community. The violence needs to stop. The violence needs to stop. Everyone has a role in community protection. Men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department, please continue to support each other, support yourself, families of our fine, noble, and dedicated men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department, friends of these noble and dedicated men and women of the Milwaukee Police Department. Please check on them. Please continue to support them as we unfortunate tragedy. I thank you, and I'll now bring the mayor.
Thank you. I'm here along with Chief Norman, along with as well County Council President Jose Perez and Vice Director Ashanti Hamilton. If you just heard Chief Norman, that passion, that heart that he displayed just now, that's a representation of men every single day put on their badge and put on their boots and hit the streets to protect the people in this city each and every single day. Each and every single day. As mentioned, officers are paid the ultimate price, his life, in protecting and serving this city. This whole city owes a debt of gratitude to that officer, to his partner, to this entire department who goes out each and every single day to make sure that all of us are safe. It's important to note, it's very important to note what the chief just talked about in terms of the suspect as well here. 19 years old, 19-year-old man. What do I say constantly? What did the chief just say? It's on all of us to make sure that our city is, it's on all of us to make sure that public safety is secure for everybody in our community. And it's on all of us to make sure that individuals who are out there who would cause incidents like this, death, harm, or destruction, that we keep an eye on them, that we inform them that they should put guns down, that they should stop committing acts of violence. You know, somebody at that age, 19 years old, probably get up from somebody's couch, and somebody knows that they're out here doing things. We need you to speak up. We need you to be engaged, because if you are not, then this deadly what we see. It's a police officer dead. It's somebody else who ends up getting injured or hurt because of violence like this on the street. It's not just the people that you see here. It's not just the men and women in uniform, the men and women of our Milwaukee Police Department. It's not just them. It's all of us that have a role to play, each and every single one of us. And my encouragement to you all, within the sound of my voice right now, is to heed that call, is to make sure you check up on your folks. And if they are out here doing dirt, if they're out here doing bad things, if they're out here messing around with guns, that you hold them to account so that we don't see this sort of activity happening on the streets of our city. Enough of this. Enough of it. There are no excuses for this. This officer should not be dead right now. This should not happen. And so we all gratitude to the officer, to his partner, and every single man and woman who serves in the Milwaukee Police Department. With that, I'm going to ask County Council President Jose to approach the mic. Thank you, Mayor.
Mayor Cavalier Johnson right there, Police Chief Norman giving us an update on what we know about this deadly police shooting. Just a little south of Milwaukee, 13th and Cleveland. We learned that the suspect, 19 years old, was also killed. We don't know if that was a self-inflicted wound or if that was from police gunfire. What really caught my attention, Val, and I'm sure you too, was the emotion that we heard from the police chief. He said that Milwaukee needs your prayers, that hearts are heavy for the Milwaukee Police Department, and to the men and women of the department. I see you and I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's visibly emotional, choked up for sure, and all the police community, that the violence needs to stop. That if you see something, if you know something, that you have to do something so that a police officer who is just getting up, going to work at night, trying to do his job, is not coming home now to his family. And of course, the photo and the name of the police officer will be released once the family is notified. That is how frustrating it is. That is how much this story is developing. And it's just a horrible situation when an officer, we don't know the tenure yet, how many years he's been in the force. That information, of course, will soon come out once we know a little about families been notified.
A really tough and sad situation up to our north in Milwaukee this morning, and we'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, back here at home, I want to get you an update on some breaking news. Actually, we'll go overseas. The death toll there has risen to more than 5,000 people in that 7.8 magnitude earthquake, and the race to help extends all the way to Chicago.
Diane Pat is live outside of the Turkish consulate in downtown Chicago. More there.
Val and Terrell, we're hearing that number. Close to 5,100 now. And Syria, of the people they found dead, but the rescue effort continues this morning at Chicago, when they're doing what they can to try and help. That 7.8 magnitude earthquake has already claimed the lives of so many. Yesterday's earthquake brought down 6,000 buildings in Turkey, and as rescuers are frantically looking for bodies that are being impacted by temperatures below freezing and more than 200 aftershocks. Here at home, the president of Chicago's Turkish-American Cultural Alliance is visiting family in Istanbul. She is scrambling together whatever help she can.
I'm kind of stuck in Istanbul, actually, and trying to reach out to people in Chicago, colleagues and friends, to organize the help that we can send to US. It is worse than what you can imagine.
The Chicago area-based Global tells us he had about 100 people working on the ground in Turkey before that earthquake, and now they're trying to wrangle donations to get relief quickly to the people on the ground. It is the middle of winter, as I mentioned, in Turkey. Really, it's very, very important to supplies, and that's the Alliance asking anybody watching to donate coats, blankets, any kind of warm winter wear so they can send it off to Turkey and Syria. Val and Terrell.
And Matthew, live this morning, Diane, thank you so much. The breaking news now that came overnight: Chicago police and U.S. Postal authorities are at a hotel in the Loop.
Stephanie Wade is live outside the Virgin Hotel in Chicago. With what we've been able to learn so far, this is also disturbing, Stephanie.
Very disturbing, Val and Terrell. Just after midnight, Chicago police tell us they discovered various electronic items and postal property in a vacant hotel room. Take a look. Officers recall at the Virgin Hotels. See in this video, they're carrying out metal items, hauling several large bags out of the hotel. This happened just within the past few hours. Police say Area 3 detectives, along with USPS, are now investigating, and the property will be taken into inventory. Now, this comes in the wake of many local mail carriers being targeted. Thieves have been stealing their master arrow keys at gunpoint in many instances across the city. It's something the Postal Carrier Union is very concerned about, reaching out to the city and leaders for help. Again, police on different electronic items and postal property in the hotel room here. They say at this point no one is in custody. As area detectives are investigating. Val and Terrell, back to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Happening today, President Biden to give his State of the Union address. ABC's Faith of Capitol Hill, and Faith, this speech comes as polls show the majority of Americans do not approve of the job he's doing.
Yeah, Val, good morning to you. President Biden will face a tough audience tonight here at the Capitol, a divided Congress and voters who are largely not happy with the job he's doing. This morning, of preparations for President Biden's State of the Union address winding down at the White House. The president said to be incredibly optimistic ahead of the annual speech.
I talk to American people, let them know the state of affairs going on.
President Biden is expected to tout a strong American economy on the heels of a better than expected jobs report, making the case that his policies have helped boost job growth, reducing the unemployment rate to the lowest level in 53 years.
The president uniquely understands that we have a lot more work to do when it comes to the economy.
But the latest ABC News Washington Post poll shows, despite the administration's positive outlook, voters are concerned about the economy. 4 out of 10 Americans say they feel financially since President Biden took office.
I think it's important we not over-index on any one poll, just like, we here don't over-index on any one economic indicator. When the president took office, the economy was in free fall, main streets were shuttered, millions didn't have a job.
The president is expected to not only highlight his accomplishments, but also call for the kind of unity that led to the bipartisan infrastructure law and Inflation Reduction Act. But he faces an uphill battle as he navigates a divided Congress, with a Republican House majority ready to question him about everything from the growing tensions with China, decisions on Ukraine, effort to raise the nation's debt ceiling.
The runaway spending of the last few years, it's over. No blank checks.
And we're hearing there'll be a number of Special guests at tonight's State of the Union address, including the parent Tyree Nichols, the man who was beaten to death by Memphis police officers, and Bono for his work on poverty and AIDS. Val, Terrell, back to you.
All right, Facebook, the presidency address, and Sarah Huckabee Sanders will give a Republican response on ABC 7 tonight. Coverage starts at 8 p.m. Chicago time. We'll also be streaming on our website and connected TV apps after a short break.
This morning, there was some rain in the area gone. We do have some sun that is managing to peek its way through some of those clouds this morning. I want to talk about rain chances. Not for today, and in fact, the daylight hours tomorrow will be completely dry. But here's tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Rain starts to move into the area, lifts across the area as we get into the overnight hours Thursday. It does look as though some of this rain could come down heavily. Thursday morning, 8:30 in the morning, our morning rush will be impacted by rain here Thursday morning. Now, up across southern Wisconsin, there will probably be a little bit of a mix. And then what happens here Friday is we get the system to kind of wrap around some snow and flurries into the area. It could be enough to whiten the ground a brief bit. But rain chances, yeah, we're looking at maybe as much as an inch of rain developing around here. Today, high will go down is 50 degrees. That happened much earlier this morning. Average high today is 33. Right now out at O'Hare, we're at 40 degrees. We have a mostly cloudy sky, a little breezy, wind chill down around 33 degrees. As you take a look at that 7-day, still all these temperatures for highs are above average. Ross?
Yeah, we're looking at 40 to 50-minute average travel times now on the expressways heading inbound between the Tri-State and downtown. Outbound Damon, we've got IDOT crews responding to a multi-vehicle crash that just happened. We've got a crash mixed into the delay northbound on I-55 at Veterans Parkway, but this big backup goes into the construction zone approaching Route 53. And then, of course, we've got the crash on the northbound Tri-State at Range Road. We'll have lane blockage, and it is causing a huge backlog of traffic. The first tollway camera will actually show where the crash is. They've got the emergency crew still blocking 2 left lanes, and then this camera is much farther. This is Roberts Road.
Someone not from here is waking up a new multi-millionaire this morning after winning the 5th largest jackpot in Powerball history. Here are last night's winning numbers. The jackpot is estimated at $754 million. The winning ticket was sold in Washington State. 6 tickets, matching all 5, were sold in Texas, Michigan, and New York. Those are worth between $1 and $2 million.
And someone here in the Chicago area is enjoying a small jackpot of their own right now. Lotto tickets sold at Thornton's gas station in Waukee matched all 5 numbers. $850,000. The winner has 1 year to claim their prize. Meanwhile, the gas station will get an $8,500 bonus.
Oh, $850,000 would be
I could do some things with that.
right on time right about now.
We're back. 90 seconds.
Right now, we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers. Tanya Babbage will have news on TV in just a bit, and you'll see it here, too.
And we'll come back this morning on the nation's largest and longest running. It is in D.C. More on that on the way.
Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:23. Tanya Babbage. We are following that breaking news out of Milwaukee. Police just gave an update about a police officer who was shot and killed there. That shooting happened early this morning on Milwaukee's south side. The officer was chasing a suspect when the two got into a struggle, and that's when the 19-year-old suspect shot the officer. The 37-year-old officer returned fire. That officer was taken to the hospital, and that's where he later died. Police say the suspect was found dead from a gunshot wound. It is not yet known if that wound was self-inflicted or if it was sustained during the struggle. We'll have more on this coming up for you at 11 o'clock. For now, let's get a check of the ABC 7 AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Hi there, Tanya. Good morning. Good to see a little blue sky out there this morning. Right now, 40 degrees is our current temperature after the morning high temperature of 50 degrees. It is 42 at Midway, 46 right now. We're not getting back to 50 today. I still think we'll drop a degree or two here this morning and then rebound back up around 40 degrees for the afternoon. Tomorrow is largely daylight hours anyway. It's Thursday that brings us a pretty wet day. We'll take a break. Roz after this.
Now's the time for a healthy start. So let's move. Let's rest and recharge. Put our health first. Let's be well. To do that, let's eat well. Breathe deep. Find joy in the little moments. And do what we love with who we love. Together, let's live well. Advocate Aurora Health.
Everybody, we're looking at travel times anywhere from 40 minutes to 55 minutes, and that's going to be on I-55. The Stevenson, there's the solid delay approaching Damon, because that's where we have multi-vehicles actually causing a deeper delay on the outbound side as well. But 3 left lanes are currently blocked with on the scene trying to get that taken care of. The other crash causing huge delays is northbound Tri-State, Grange Road, and that backup goes to 115. Take a look at the tollway cameras because tankers involved are still blocked.
All right, live look outside this morning. Got some clouds out there. A little bit of sunshine this morning. Nice temperature right there on the screen.
Blue skies.
Yeah.
I was going to say more blue skies than clouds.
Yeah, which is nice, right? Especially this time of year.
Unusual.
The temperature too. We'll get into that with Tracy in a little bit. In the meantime, today a group of state lawmakers will discuss a new bill to create an Illinois tax credit. They're holding a news conference in Springfield this morning. During the height of the pandemic, federal aid programs were launched to help struggling families with children. Those programs were not reinstated in last year's budget.
Today, Illinois residents can go to the aquarium for free. That is offering every Tuesday through Thursday this month. Free admission also includes the option to view an animal spotlight in the Abbott Ocean area.
Very nice. And then this week, the Chicago Auto Show is back at McCormick Place. It's the largest and longest running auto show in America. The show kicks off Saturday, runs through the 20th. Tickets $15 for adults, discounted rates for seniors and children.
Poor, now, I shouldn't say poor. That's flipped. Because out there, we'll be for a second home, let's say, for a while. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, I love a Bronco.
Yeah, Roz is going to be there for a second home for the next couple of weeks.
Amped out.
Yeah, but she has a lot to show us. And I like what she said to you guys earlier, how she is actually out there for you, the viewer, making sure we know what's the latest and greatest, what's going to save us money, you know, the evolutions with the EVs. So,
because rolling up to a car dealership and not knowing anything when you get there,
yeah,
you got to know what you like. A calf dipped in barbecue sauce and a hyena.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, coming to get you. All right, when we come back, we're going to check in with Tracy and Roz and get an update on weather and traffic coming next.
That's right. Stay with us. You're watching ABC News, streaming at 7.
You're watching ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 7, streaming live now.
Now it's taking a look at the morning's top stories. Death toll rising over after that massive earthquake in Turkey and Syria. More than 5,000 people have died. First responders are digging through rubble looking for survivors.
Police are investigating. There was postal property found in a vacant hotel room. Officers tell us they found various electronic items and more inside the room at the hotels in the Loop. Many local carriers have all targeted recently.
And dozens of very special pups are now in Chicago. They arrived from Texas overnight after a tornado ripped through its animal shelter. The dogs will be ready for adoption or fostering from paws once they've had their medical exam.
All right. Cute puffs, too.
I know. It's awfully tempting.
It sure
Good
is.
morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Dad Warner.
And good to be with you. I'm Terrell Brown. Taking another look outside this morning. So we got, it's all things considered, Tracy, for the beginning of February. Pretty nice day coming up today.
Yeah, groundhog, what? No. Good morning, everybody. Hey, 40 degrees at O'Hare, 42 degrees at Midway. Our high today is going to go down as 50 degrees. Our temperature has been dropping ever since then. I know when I came into work this morning, it still said 50 degrees. It's 36 in our 30 Woods, 47 Valparaiso, and 41 degrees in Kankakee. So we're not going to get back up to 50 today, but even still, for a day in February, right around 40 degrees, that's not bad, especially early February when our average high today is 33 degrees. Roz?
We're looking at travel times, 50 minutes to an hour 5. So it is really crowded on the New York Express. We also have delays eastbound 88, Tri-State, that whole interchange around 294 and 290 where all that construction's going on. I-55, big backups, 126 most of the way to Route 83 in that work zone around 53. We've had issues there. And we also have this multi-vehicle crash on the Stevenson end with several lanes blocked as crews try to clear that up. That's why Stevenson is over an hour from the state to do Sable Lakeshore Drive. Urban crash at Bartlett Road. And take a look at our tollways. Northbound Tri-State at LaGrange. That's the crash that's been out there for over an hour. To the left. That's the camera outside. 150.
That's a big backup. Thank you.
All right, let's get to what we're talking about this morning.
Yeah, we begin with what some are calling a memo to Ticketmaster from the Beehive saying, quote, take your time, do it right.
Yep. So after last year's Swift concert ticket sale debacle, tickets for Beyonce's anticipated Renaissance tour are on sale now. I hope we don't have a round 2. Here's ABC's Will Gans.
It's the moment the Beehive's been waiting for. U.S. tickets for Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour finally on sale. Ticketmaster put to the test again with Bee's first solo tour in 6 years. Her fans have been bracing for competition from non-Beyonce fans and bots alike.
Okay, you need to be here, which is at home, minding your business and out of our Beehive business. Okay, you don't deserve to go to the concert.
This real estate agent offering to help fans list their homes so they can afford tickets. The Beehive just hoping to avoid the Ticketmaster disaster that awaited Swifties just a few months back.
No, tell me right now this is a joke. Tell me right now this is a joke.
I literally feel like I'm about to burst into tears right now. It's baffling that they could have screwed it up this badly.
Now Ticketmaster revealing they've built new defenses against bots and scalpers. And here's how they're helping the immense demand for Beyonce tour tickets. Day 1 sales spots reserved for official Beyonce fan club members who pre-registered and made it past a lottery sale process to support the coveted access codes to try and buy tickets. During Monday's sale, the ticketing service assuring stressed out fans queues remain secure. Only registered, verified fans are in the sales. Tickets are still available for all shows, so if you're in a queue, don't refresh, as you will lose your place in line. For the Renaissance World Tour, Ticketmaster staggering on sales based on location. Fans hoping to snag some swag of their own and home to hard this weekend.
The Queen is officially in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, Beyonce Knowles.
Becoming the most decorated artist in Grammys history.
God bless you. Thank you so much to the Grammys.
Renaissance Tour ticket sales continue today and tomorrow for City Card members with general verified fan on sale beginning on Saturday. Best of luck to all of you Beehive members out there. I got my tickets already. Will Gans, ABC News, New York.
He has those city credit cards.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like different days. I've learned a lot in the last couple of days. Like if you have a credit card or a certain like credit card or access, there's an A, B, and C. So like day is for the city credit card people.
Okay.
Which I don't have. That's different.
To get a ticket then?
I don't want to say for certain. 2 of my girlfriends got tickets yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So, and they said there were tickets available.
Really?
Do we No, where did they get tickets to? Is it a show in Chicago?
The Chicago
The
show.
Chicago shows?
Mhm,
Okay.
Soldier Field.
Nice. Okay.
But then I got on the phone with Zoe and some of my younger friends, my 30-year-old little girlfriends, and they were still not successful in getting tickets. And now putting out feelers to go to see her in LA, Houston, other parts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Traveling.
And just making it an event. Like
Yeah.
one's birthday in September. So she'll be in LA around September, so they'll go see her there.
That's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Yeah, it's a whole
thing, isn't it? Yeah.
I can't even get my email to match my verification thing, so I gave up last night.
Hey, going to see Beyonce.
No, I'm gonna go one way or another.
Climb the fence.
Hey, if anybody can make it happen, yes, go
That's what me. What? Phil, you want to come with me? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait, true story. I digress. I was at Max's track meet this Saturday, long day, right? And I went down to film my niece, who was there, but I went down and I sat in the seat that was not my pickles. And I go, I smell some pickles. And there was a lady sitting next to me eating pickles. I said, are those pickles? I said, yeah. I said, do you have any more? And she did. And she reached in her bag and gave me some pickles.
Aww.
And you ate them.
And I ate them. I ate them. And I thought that was so kind of her. She understands we are in those stadiums for hours and hours and hours. And I promise to return the favor.
Right.
The next time I am there, I will have snacks for somebody, whether it's her or somebody who's desperate for a snack.
Yeah.
That kind of extreme.
Very, very.
It was bold of me.
Yeah, right?
Kind of her.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can honestly say I've never taken a jar of pickles to watch.
No, they were in the bags. Apparently, they sold it Aldi. You get me something to go to Aldi, $5 at Aldi. No, they're like I had never seen them.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I've never seen them.
Yeah, they're at Aldi.
Look.
They're at Aldi and Meyer. So I don't live near Aldi or Meyer.
Go get you some pickles.
Some pickles, y'all. All right, now though, we got to get to this. Tom Brady in post-NFL retirement. Take a look. Ooh, okay. Take a look at your device. Brady took, I'm leaning in, took an underwear selfie as he sat on an unmade bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to read your answer.
Look at the picture at the same time. You want me to read? I got it.
I'm trying to look at the screen. I'm trying to do my work.
Right. Trying to do research.
Yeah.
He's promoting his underwear line. The caption on one of his posts said, quote, "Did I do it right?"
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Let's see the football pictures.
Right. Go on back.
So like he's not got enough in the world. Now he's got to sell underwear.
Right, exactly. I mean, but look, I'm not going to hate. I mean, for 45, 46, Tom Brady looks good.
Right.
It looks good.
Yeah,
It's a whole lot of inspiration because you think that after 40, everything falls apart. Things come out.
Let me tell you. Hey, let me tell you something. I wonder where he was for that shoot. That background looked beautiful.
Wasn't it? That made retirement look really doggone good. Yeah. To sit on a bed in your underwear and take a picture, right, with the palm tree behind you, beautiful blue ocean. I want that.
Yeah, I bet. We all do.
Man, right? Must be nice.
Going to take a year off, and I guess we'll see more of that, or not so much. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's a bad.
That announcer booth, right? That'll shake things
right.
up for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This is shaking things up, absolutely. A company in Japan has created, you ready for this? Wearable beanbag chairs.
Why?
I don't know. They go on over your head like a sweater. And the idea, here's your answer, the idea is that wherever you're tired, which you would be if you're carrying around all of this extra weight, you can just basically pop down anywhere and you'll be in your beanbag chair. They come in 4 different colors, 3 different sizes. The child size is about $60. The medium is $60. Large is $120. The beanbag weighs about 11 pounds.
That's what I was going to ask. How much
does it
weigh?
weigh?
Yeah, but the beanbag's in front of you. How are you going to sit on that when it's on our?
That's what I was saying. It doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, even laying down. How are you supposed to lay down in that thing?
That would hurt my back.
See, I was thinking about it as in something you want to wear if you want to work out to like give you extra, you know how the
Weight,
people do
like
weighted
weight
vest
legs,
or
that
the
kind of thing.
that would make sense, right? If you're doing squats or lunges, if you just wanted to carry around that extra weight to give you resistance.
But I don't know about this. Right?
I'm sorry.
Not happening.
I just, I'm not
$120
Yeah,
for
for
that?
the adult size.
Come on now.
Yeah, the medium 80.
Agreement. This is a
Thumbs down.
Whack,
Yeah.
not a hack.
Yep. Eyewitness News streaming out loud this week. We'll take a quick break. We're back with more in 30 seconds.
Well, good morning to you. We're looking at a little blue sky out there this morning. Right now, 40 degrees at O'Hare. A little bit breezy around the area. So we have wind chills that are back around 30 degrees this morning. It's 34 in Cal. That's the coldest number we find right now. 47 in Valparaiso, so 46 in Rensselaer, 38 degrees at temperature right now in Morris. In Des Plaines, you're at 40 degrees. And then we go to Highland Park, 38, 39 right now in Milwaukee. 37 out west Chicago, 40 right now in Frankfurt and Homer Glen, and 46 degrees in the area. This morning, kind of a breezy day throughout, and temperatures just kind of snuggle up around 40 degrees much of the afternoon. As for tomorrow, hours tomorrow are dry, but as we get much later in the evening, then we'll start to see some rain coming into play. And Thursday is looking like a particularly wet day around here. We may actually have some very heavy rain, especially Wednesday night into the day on Thursday, and we'll follow it up with light snow showers here on Friday. Ross?
We are looking at some really high travel times. 55 minutes to 10. The crash on the inbound Stevenson is actually closer to California, and they still have at least 2 lanes closed. That's the hour 10 travel time. But we've got all kinds of other issues. In Lake County, we've got a stall eastbound on Washington west of Almond Road in Gurnee. Look at this delay. It is a horrible backup because that stall is blocking the lane. In Third Lake, we've got a crash at Rollins and US 45. And take a look at our tollway cameras. Now today at LaGrange, we still have at least closed with this crash. The backup goes all the way down to south of 115th Street and Val and Terrell. From I-57 to I-55 on the Tri-State, we're looking at
LeBron James can make history this week as the NBA's all-time leading scorer. James just needs 36 more points to beat Lakers legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record, which was 38,387 points. James, who is starting his 20th season, has 2 chances this week. First tonight.
Now, ticket for the game started at $25. That is 50% higher than average, according to StubHub. Courtside seat, the next game on Thursday, will cost fans nearly $69,000.
Wow. Yeah, just to catch that moment. It's the same thing, right? She was at the U.S. Open, that same kind of hype and buzz.
I hope
him.
I hope he gets it. Well,
I'm sure
I know
he
he's
will.
going to get it. Yeah,
it's just
the
win.
Right, today or Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice. Let's see what's going I know death to go to bed early Thursday. Yeah, I can watch it Thursday. Like, oh, I want to see that, but I wouldn't necessarily want to pay to spend all that money to see it courtside. I like watching it right at home.
Exactly.
Because they get the review,
They
the
over and
replays.
over again, they talk about it. And of course, you got your bathroom right next to you and snacks in the kitchen.
Pickles. Celia Cruz, known as the Queen of Salsa Music, is being honored with a coin featuring her likeness. It is part of the American Women Voters Program, recognizing female trailblazers. Cruz came to the United States from Cuba and became one of the most popular Latin artists of her generation. That's awesome, too.
It's really, really great.
Any good news on this other half?
I love it on this side. When we come back, new exhibit at the Illinois Holocaust Museum. The book offered critical and at times life-saving information for African Americans.
Welcome back. Roz joins us now, and she's back on the couch to talk about a powerful exhibit, a new traveling exhibit from the Smithsonian made its way to the Chicago area.
The Negro Motorist Green Book is now at the Illinois Holocaust Museum in Skokie, and Roz is here to talk more about it. Hey, Roz.
As soon as I heard about it, I knew it was something I wanted to see because you think the Holocaust Museum, okay, why is this there?
Yeah.
But they deal with so many other issues of social justice, injustice, so it makes perfect sense, right? The Green Book is a travel guide published from 1936 to 1967 for African American families and individuals to allow them to travel safely and with dignity during the Jim Crow era. The exhibit takes you on the journey.
Carry your with you. You may need it with prominent publication cover. A walk through the exhibit shows the difficulties and dangers Black Americans faced while traveling by, along with the creative ways it was done.
Not only learn about the time period during the Jim Crow era and segregation in the United States, but what's really the positive, incredibly rich story that's being told here is about Black entrepreneurship, resistance, and honestly resilience in the face of Jim Crow.
This part of the exhibit lets you take an interactive driving tour during the 1940s and 50s along two different routes, using Green Book and one without it.
What do you all want? I'll sell you gas. That's it. You hear me? I know what you're going to ask. We don't allow no colors in our restaurant.
There were some 10,000 businesses listed in the Green Book nationwide, from restaurants to stations. Visitor Patrick Yarbrough recently discovered a replica Green Book that belonged to his parents.
When we would stop on the side of the road and eat food that my parents prepared. I never questioned what we were doing. Or I'd look at my parents and see them doing the same thing back then.
Chicago has 200 sites in the guide, most of them Bronzeville, most of them gone. The famous Regal Savoy Room, King Drive, where Little Stevie Wonder's Fingertips Part 2 was recorded, is now the Harold Washington Cultural Center. The Sutherland Hotel at 47th and Drexel, where Louis Armstrong performed, has been turned into luxury apartments. The historic Wabash Y is still standing 7th and Wabash and still provides housing on-the-job training.
It was also the only place really African Americans socialized and came together to make decisions about what was happening in their community.
The first black airport in the country in South suburban Robbins was also in the Green Book. It only lasted 2 years, but led the way for an aeronautics school to train black pilots.
There's also a section on Route 66, which I traveled, and I said, oh, were there a lot of stops along the way? And she said, oh, no, Route 66 was extremely dangerous because it ran through so many of those sundown village towns, which are areas where black people were not allowed to stay with dark.
Wow.
It's chilling.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that they take this positive spin on everything that came about because of that. So if the community was not allowed to go into other areas, they created their own.
Yes. Ingenuity.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I love about that story.
And we love that you brought us this story. So I'm glad that I'd heard about the Green Book, so I'm glad that you featured that.
It's here through April 23rd, so you've got plenty of time to go see it.
Past Black History Month.
Thank you.
Here we go. No excuses.
Hey, you know, Jews and blacks.
There you go.
Right?
We'll be right back.
Eyewitness News, streaming at 7, continues after a break.
Changes are coming to AMC's ticket pricing, and it all depends on where you sit. So seats in the middle of the theater are considered preferred. They'll cost the most.
The standard tier will be sold for the traditional cost of a movie ticket. Seats in the front row will cost less, falling under its value tier. Now, these prices will only be for movies after 4 p.m. The new will roll out Friday here in Chicago, New York, and Kansas City on Friday as well. Theater reps say that they hope expand the 1,000 theaters by the end of the year.
I'm gonna keep my behind right at home.
Yeah, you know what this is?
It's too much. And yeah, I don't know. And the thing is, I think what the theaters are trying to do is to just get people in the door.
This is
not how to. Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah, this is not how you do it. Especially if not out a movie.
Every movie. They're getting longer and longer, right? 3-4-hour movies. I can barely do the first half hour.
I'm the group text that I'm in, the joke was, this is horrible for Val because she can't even stay awake in a movie. It's true. I don't want to do that. So anyway, for Tracy Ross, I'm Val Warner.
And for Rob Brown, watching this one, everybody. We'll have a news update. You'll see it here in just a little bit. Tracy and Roz will also have a Good Morning America. We'll hear from them in just a minute. From everybody, see 7 great days back here again tomorrow.
This has been Eyewitness News, streaming at 7. Now, an update from ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. 6, I'm Tanya Babich. Chicago police and the Postal Service are investigating after electronic items and postal property were found a vacant hotel room in the Loop. Overnight, officers were seen removing the items from the Virgin hotels at Wabash and Lake. It's unknown how those items ended up there. This comes in the wake of many local mail carriers being targeted. There is no word if anybody is in custody. Stay with us. Check on weather and traffic up next.